Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Last night, one of the Knights of Ishgard killed our buddy Oceanfront. So tonight, we're gonna hunt him down. I don't know if the game's gonna let me kill him, but I'm gonna try. All right, stream is live, and I have sworn vengeance for our buddy Oceanfront.
Okay. I was ever so slightly over the top unhappy about that.
Yeah.
Indeed. I mean, as soon as I saw us running down the bridge and that guy up there on the ledge, I knew what was about to happen, but yeah.
Yeah, I sort of screamed out loud and swore a few times. And then cried. I actually cried.
I didn't even get to the part and I heard all that. Stop.
Hmm?
I need to get that ethereal, whatever.
Oh, how'd we miss that one? It's right in the open, right?
Well, it's the one that I was tracking the last time when we were above it.
Ah.
And I couldn't see it for the life of me, and I'm like, I bet it's underneath. Okay, of course I can't click on it. I keep clicking on everybody else.
Yep. There is actually a way to avoid that. Unless you've changed your keybinds, I think if you press X, it makes it where you can't click our names. Sadly, I have changed my keybinds, so it doesn't work for me.
I will try it next time we get to somewhere to do it.
I'll need to remap my keys at some point to have a new button for that. But yeah, if you see right above your health bar, it says all. If you press X, that should change to either other or NPC or something like that.
Okay, I wonder if we can't change it when we're in the
In the car, yeah.
Possibly.
Oh no, mine doesn't work.
Yeah, mine still says all.
That's okay.
I'll look into it at some point.
It's all good.
Thank the 12 you're alive. When the battleship appeared and fired on the village, we feared the game was up for you in Alphinaud. What in the seven hells happened out there? Oh, Sid's gonna love this. First, the Archbishop turns up with an Ashian in tow, and now the goddamn Emperor pays us a visit? What is this, a procession of notable bastards? Who's next? The Keeper of the Seventh Bloody Gate? I have no idea what that is. I imagine it's important, though.
It's service, you know, the two-headed dog.
No one's so notable, Master Garland. I am happy to report that the Zundu were overjoyed to learn of Bismarck's demise. Chief Sonu sends his warmest regards. There was much talk of westerly winds. Miraculously, none suffered lasting harm during the raid. It would seem the Zundu were taken entirely unawares, and wisely chose to offer no resistance. I sense they have no more to fear from the Empire, for the present at least. Had the Emperor truly been intent on their extermination, Oxundu would already have been leveled. Plainly, Varus was only interested in reaching Azishla. Speaking of which, if you're all ready to continue the chase, the Enterprise is as well. Shall we? Now everybody has their wind-up Sid minion. Lest you wonder, Wedge was able to calculate the heading indicated by the beam of light emitted by the key. If Azizla lies in that direction, we'll find it. The Soleil may have a lead on us, but she's no Enterprise. We'll catch them. You'll see.
I did not think that I would ever have occasion to pilot a suit of Magitech armor again. Least of all under these circumstances. My full name is Lucia Go Junius, and I was born a citizen of Garlemald.
I thought we already knew that.
Ah, that explains it. When we first met in Ishgard, I very nearly called you Livia.
Livia? Livia Sastunius? The tribunus who served under Gaius van Baelsar?
Aye, she was my sister, though we spent little time together. After our parents were killed in an uprising, we were sent to live in different households, setting us on separate paths. Livia felt at home on the battlefield and chose to become a soldier, while I underwent training to become a spy.
Then, Ishgard was...
My mission. It was believed that Allagan relics of great worth were stored in the vault, and I was sent to investigate. Though I was given little information at the time, I now suspect I was searching for the key we but recently lost. And then I met Sir Emmerich. 'Twas his usefulness to my mission which prompted me to approach him, but I soon found myself drawn to him for other reasons. He too was a prisoner of his past, judged for his heritage as a bastard son of the Archbishop. Yet unlike my sister and I, he did not curse his fate. He simply rose above it. In time, I came to realize that I had found a man worth following, and a new home besides. And when I subsequently confessed all to Sir Emmerich, he was good enough to accept me into his service.
I do not question your loyalty to Sir Emmerich. 'Tis your loyalty to your sister which concerns me.
Alpha, no, maybe best not to bring that up.
I have long been of the opinion that those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future. My sister fought for her convictions and for those she held dear. So do I. So must we all.
Well, I, for one, am happy to welcome a fellow Garlean to our merry band. Especially one who can make Magitech armor sing.
Chief, we should be getting close.
Once we break through those clouds, we'll be right where the light was pointing. Right where Azizla should be.
Hold on, everyone!
Yeah, this does not look like a good place.
Look! I think that's it! Chief, is that... Allagan? Aye. There's no mistaking their handiwork.
What was that?
Some sort of barrier.
She won't hold, Chief!
I've lost the auxiliary propeller!
Sid, it's no use! We must return to Ishgard and find another way!
God damn it all! Why do the Allagans always have to make everything so bloody complicated?
Well, thank you for actually bringing us to where we wanted to be, game.
Yeah.
Yes, Alpha Node. Maybe when you're talking to somebody who's telling you about their sister, don't bring up the fact that we killed her. That's probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
Sorry, we killed her?
The crazy woman who served Gaius von Belsar. She was the final
she
boss
was
of Castrum,
Okay, I remember
whatever.
now.
She's,
Okay.
the, she's the one who killed the cabbage moogle in the Waking Sands
I gotcha. I remember now.
by kicking it across the room. Kind of a very crazy woman. Go with that. And we barely finished repairing the damage incurred during our sky fishing trip. On the other hand, any landing you can walk away from, as they say. I can only presume that the Soleil passed through the barrier unscathed. That would explain why the Vanu called it a key. Assuming Sid is correct, and I have no reason to think that he is not, the Vanu's key is required to pass through the barrier protecting Azizla. But, even without it, we must find a way to reach the Isle. I shall have everyone convene at the seat of the Lord Commander, that we might discuss how best to proceed. As before, make yourself known to the guardsman when you arrive, and he will show you in. Real confident there, Alpha Node.
Telling us what to do.
I was just more thinking of, we don't know what's changed in this city since we left. We don't know if they haven't re-arrested Imeric yet.
Oh, that's true.
Just 1 second. It was too cold here. Ah, you are returned. Sir Imeric and the others await you within. Oh, the Count's here.
In summary, the Isle owes its lofty position to the industry of the Allagans. And we can be all but certain that the Archbishop and his cronies are enjoying the view from its top.
I see.
If we are to join them, we will first need to pass through the Isle's etheric barrier, which is, alas, more powerful than most. Powerful enough to make a mess of a perfectly good airship at any rate. As far as I can gather, the barrier mechanism draws ether from the surrounding environment and polarizes its elemental aspect to produce what is, in effect, a wall of lightning.
It seems plain that without the Vanu's key, any attempt to reach the Isle will end in failure.
Alas, the key was careless enough to leave without us, and I don't think the Vanu keep a spare.
Master Garland, based on your experience, is there no other way that we might breach the barrier?
Well, in the past, we've beaten similar barriers by nullifying them with elemental converters. But the one we're up against this time dwarfs aught we've encountered before. The Enterprise simply isn't large enough to bear the requisite amount of crystals.
I'm reminded of the quantity needed to nullify Leviathan's command of the sea. A veritable mountain of crystals that could only be borne by lashing 2 galleons together to form a twin vessel, scarcely able to propel itself, much less fly.
That said, we're not without options. If it isn't feasible to nullify the barrier, we might try piercing it.
How?
We create a ram of condensed ether and mount it on my ship. There's just one problem. I don't have the faintest idea how to build one. It's going to take a true authority in the field, I reckon.
Would that the Archons were still with us.
But yesterday evening, I chanced to find Mistress Tataru in unusually high spirits. Assuming I understood her excited ramblings correctly, she has acquired a clue, pointing to the whereabouts of one such individual.
An Archon? Truly?
Ha! Fortune favors the righteous, eh? Well then, let's not waste any time. While you go and look for our missing friend, I'll work on modifying the Enterprise. Her hull will need reinforcing to bear the punishment, not to mention a mount for the ram. Just you wait, my pretty. By the time I'm finished, you'll be an airship reborn.
I would assume the count's there because he's probably one of the only 3 or 4 houses that support him.
True. Welcome back. How goes the mission? Did you manage to catch up with the Archbishop and his cronies? So you finally arrived in Asisla only to find the way barred by some sort of barrier. Typical. But it's not all bad news. I've made progress in the search for our friends. Don't worry, we'll get to Asisla yet. When you fled the Victory Feast, you used the ancient water course beneath the city, right? Well, shortly after things went back to normal in Ul'dah, I asked Marshal Tarpon to have the tunnels searched. A logical place to look. It was there that you lost contact with Minfilia, Thancred, and Mishdola. Dare I ask what the Marshal found? I don't actually know. Pippin's message just said that there had been a discovery, and that we were to come to the Hall of Flames at our earliest convenience. I dare not think what it might be. We shall depart at once. Tataru, let Urianger know to join us in Ul'dah. He will wish to be present as well. Yes, sir.
If we use a ticket, will it pull everybody?
We're going to Ul'dah, not to Vesper Bay.
Yeah, I got tickets to Immortal Flames ethereal ticket.
Ethereal ticket probably will not pull everybody. But just teleporting to Ul'dah is like 50 feet from the Hall of Flames, so.
Just something else I got in my bags I need to use up.
Gotcha. Taliesin and Evatel did a video recently. Apparently, Evatel's been playing through A Realm Reborn. And, of course, Taliesin's played through it on multiple occasions. But he was apparently streaming something in Shadowbringers and happened to be watching her stream and saw her teleport to the Waking Sands, at which point he looked in his bags, and he never knew the Vesper Bay teleport tickets existed.
Damn.
Indeed. We are grateful for your assistance, Marshal Tarpin. You saved her grace and father both. It is the least I can do to repay you. Forgive me my impatience, Marshal, but your missive mentioned a discovery? Yes, of course. As per your request, I had men scour the waterways. Almost immediately we encountered a difficulty. An entire section of the tunnel had collapsed. With the Mineral Concern's cooperation, however, we were able to remove the rubble, which yielded the battered bodies of a dozen crystal braves. Go on. Be at ease, Master Alpha. Your friends were not among the deceased. That alone is cause for hope. And then there is this. You stole his wand. I had assumed as much. If I may, Marshal. Okay, I like the fact that they went to the trouble to make him take it off his head and then put it on his face instead of just pulling it down, since, you know, he's wearing the hood and that wouldn't work.
Mm-hmm.
'Tis as I did surmise. Judging by the etheric imprint that lingereth yet upon this wand, it hath assuredly been employed in the casting of a most uncommon magic. Namely, the very first that man did conceive to traverse great distances, and the ancient precursor to all methods of travel that utilize the life stream, flow. The spell entaileth the reduction of the corporeal form into its constituent aether, that the caster might enter the life stream and ride its currents thereby. Unlike the teleportation magics of modern times, it requireth not a lengthy incantation. That Y'shtola should choose to employ such a spell bespeak the need of haste. All of which would suggest that she managed to escape. Would that it were so simple. Know that the scholars of Charlon forbade the use of this spell, and with good reason. The caster hath but limited control over its course. For every mage who came safe unto his destination, another would be set adrift in the life stream, never to emerge. What? No, you can't mean... Be not downcast, my friends, for there is yet hope. 'Tis like that Y'shtola's passage hath left traces in the life stream. Could we but follow these from the point at which the magic was invoked, we may yet find her. To the Sildean excavation site. Our thanks for your aid. Do not mention it. I shall pray for Lady Y'shtola's safe return. Blackbrush Station, okay?
Oh, we almost went to your favorite canyon.
Dry Bone.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't have to go back there anytime soon.
Wings. I have my wings on. Seat 2 is mine.
Nope, look at that. Wind blowing through my hair, or my feathers.
I'm just glad you mentioned wings so that I remembered I can fly. Evidence of Istola's passage will have been made faint by time, but mayhap some few scant traces yet remain to guide our steps. The trail leadeth to the north and east, unto the bosom of the Twellswood. Are you certain? Aye, there is no mistake. Thither hath Ishulta journeyed. And yet the Gridanians have reported no sightings. We must take this to mean she is still adrift. If it be so, I do fear for our friend. Contrary to its name, the life stream is more akin to a raging torrent. Linger over long in the midst of the maelstrom, and the aether that formeth one's soul shall surely be scattered, never to be reformed. We have no time to waste. Rianger, pray explore all possible options for reversing the effects of the forbidden magic. We three shall press on to Gridania and petition the Elder Seedseer's aid. I also now have to ask the question. Does Rianger take his glasses off before he puts the goggles on? Or does he wear both at the same time?
Yeah, I had that thought as well.
He's too cool. He leaves them on. Plus, we don't want to see his evilness shine through.
Yeah, they haven't explained that yet, but...
Indeed. It is said that the elementals perceive the life stream. If, as we suspect, Ishtolas is still adrift in its midst, they may be able to find her. But if we are to appeal to them for assistance, we must needs go through their chosen, the Pajal. It is imperative, therefore, that we speak with Kane Senna without delay. I have already requested an audience with the Elder Seedseer. She will receive us in the Lotus Strand presently. We need We need but speak to the conjurer yonder to be admitted. Be welcome, my friends, and speak freely. I gather your suit will admit no delay. It will not, my lady. Pray forgive the abrupt nature of our request, but it is a matter of life and death. I see. As you say, we must needs act swiftly if we are to free Ishtola from the ungentle pull of the life stream. And as you have surmised, we cannot do this unaided. However,
In requesting the Elemental's assistance to find Y'shtola, you must needs be aware of one difficulty. A difficulty born of the fundamental difference between man and Elemental.
That being?
In perceiving the world around him, man relies upon senses such as sight and sound. For the sake of convenience, he gives names to such things as are near or dear to him. Being formed of pure ether, however, such concepts are foreign to the Elementals. Instead, they perceive by observing the ebb and flow of the energies of life. So profound a division cannot be bridged with simple discourse. The Elementals' voices stir not the air, and thus reach not our ears, while our words are but wind to them. Though we seers can commune with them through feelings, naught that we can impart will serve to aid them in identifying Y'shtola. Nay, they must needs be presented with ether which is akin to hers. If you could but find a family member.
Oh! I know just the person! Y'shtola has a sister who came to live in Gridania. She told me about her once.
Oh, that is most fortunate indeed. Pray, seek this sister out then, and bring her to Evershade. There, we shall petition the Great One's aid in finding your lost companion.
okay, I want to say I have actually seen an NPC in Gridania that I thought looked too much like Y'shtola before.
Yeah, she helped
Who's
us when
the-
we were playing our Gunbreakers, because it wasn't Y'shtola, but it looked just like her.
Ah. If memory serves, Ishtola's sister is named Imitra. She's supposed to be a member of the Sons of St. Konak. Anyway, she spends most of her time around Apkalu Falls, from what I recall. Let's look for her there.
No, she's the summoner thing.
Yeah, this is the same place where we were.
Yeah, not the one I was thinking of, though. Yes? Is there something you require? Lady Imitra, it is an honor to meet you. My name is Alpha Node Levelier, and this is Tartaru Taru. So you were my sister's comrades in the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. When I heard that your people were being pursued, I desperately sought to seek out Stola, but all my efforts were to no avail. Now I know why. A forbidden spell of all things. I shouldn't be so reckless. But what's done is done. I thank you for bringing word to me. Needless to say, I should be glad to help. Though we were born of different mothers, our veins course with the same father's blood. I hope that this will be enough for the elementals. Come, let us make for Evershade at once. Oh, good. We don't have to find Evershade, because I had no idea where it was.
I've been here multiple times.
Oh yeah. White mage.
Mm-hmm.
Let us begin. Raya O, Arun, if you would. Hearken to me, O great ones. Pray give yourselves to the life stream, a drifting soul to find.
Please, Y'shtola. Please come back to us.
There. Now!
This is why she gets a new outfit.
A room has been readied at the roost. Pray, bear her thither at once. All that remains is to pray, my friends.
Just seeing her face again. It's... Oh, I've been so worried. Stola is resting within an inn room. Though she's still unconscious, the signs are positive. The conjurers say that she is in sound health and should awaken before long. Isn't that wonderful? Now, while we wait for Stola to wake up, I thought I'd take the opportunity to finish my little surprise for her. It's something I've been working on for a while now, in the hope that she'd one day return to us. It wants for a couple more items before it's ready. I've already placed orders for these items. Could I ask that you retrieve them for me? One is from the Leather Workers Guild and another is from the Conjurers Guild. Speak with Mistress Geva and Brother Isumiyan, and they ought to take care of it.
There's two places to go, and I don't know that we went to the same place. Oh, we did. We all picked.
It was the first one that came up on the list.
Yep.
The first one that was listed as well. That's funny, though.
Looking for some hides to tan, mayhap? Here to retrieve an order from Mrs. Tottery, you say? You come at a good time. I finished it but moments ago. It was so small, it was no small coup making it to her specifications. But I did nonetheless. Payment has already been settled. However, did that girl come by chimerical hide anyway? You need either balls of steel or a bottomless coin purse, and it seems to me she had neither. Well, she is friends with lots of adventurers, so.
Yeah.
We did kill a chimera. We killed two. But I don't remember us bringing back leather.
She was there. We just didn't see her. She went in and cleaned up after us.
Probably left stuff around.
Well, KJ was guessing that she was actually a ninja for a while, weren't you?
I'm telling you, she still can be. She could tell us, but then she'd have to kill us.
You are come to the Stillglade Fane, the home of the Conjurers Guild. How may I assist you? Ah, yes, Mistress Tataru's order. As requested, it has been sanctified in the sight of the elementals. I know not what she intends for the staff, but it is a most singular artifact. Even one possessed of my experience would struggle to wield it. Did they speak to you differently than they did to me, Emo?
Oh, I didn't notice.
Ah.
They did in me. The first sentence. I can't remember. I was like, that's not what he said, but.
Is there aught you require of me? That's what I got.
Okay.
I should remember to take notice instead of just like listening strictly to what you're saying.
Oh, I was gonna go to an inn room. Gotta talk to Tarfur.
I kept following somebody too.
My staff now. Ah, you're back. You have the items, I hope? Ah, it's precisely as I requested. A perfect match for the other pieces. Truly, Geva is a master among masters. And the staff completes the surprise. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see what Istilla thinks of the surprise. Lest you wonder, she's doing very well, and the conjurers have left her in her sister's care. Let's go and pay them a visit, shall we? I love that this guy behind us popped open a bottle of champagne right at that moment.
Yeah, that was good timing.
Yustola! I'm so glad you're back!
Tataru. You are safe. Thank the 12. Something has changed about you, Alphino. Or mayhap the change is with me. I seem to sense the ether around me more keenly than before.
I am pleased to see you well again. Do you feel strong enough to talk?
Worry not. I am well enough.
Tell us then, what befell you after you fled the feast? We were told that there had been a tunnel collapse.
That was my doing. I brought the tunnel down that you and Minfidia might escape. At the last moment, I invoked a teleportation magic, in hopes of spiriting Thancred away at least. Needless to say, it did not go quite as planned, and I found myself adrift in the life stream. The others? Where are they? Did they not escape?
They remain unaccounted for. You were the only one we have been able to find. I am truly sorry. It was the Crystal Braves who pursued you that day. My hubris that led to our undoing.
No apologies are necessary, Alphino. You are not to blame for what occurred. Know that were our comrades here, they would commend you for keeping the light of hope alive.
Don't worry. The others are alive and well, I'm sure of it. We just need to find them.
Indeed, Tataru. Let us find our friends and rebuild the Scions.
Ha! There is the Alphino I remember. And I feel much the better for his return. 'Tis time I arose.
That reminds me. I have a change of clothes for you. I don't like to boast, but I made them myself. I learned how to weave while we're in Ishgard, you see.
Tataru has apprised me of all that took place in the aftermath of the assassination plot. It would seem I have been away for some while.
Yes, much and more happened during your absence. At present, we seek to follow the Archbishop to Azisla.
And you want for some manner of etheric ram to pierce the floating isle's protective barrier?
We do. Might you be able to furnish us with one?
A means to prise open a hole in an Allagan barrier. And one large enough to admit an airship, no less. Nay, I lack the knowledge to devise such a weapon. But I know of one who could. A leading figure in the field of etheric research, and one of the finest scholars ever to grace Sharlayan. Matoya, my former master.
It's been so long since I've heard Ishtola's voice. Despite the fact I know this is a new voice actor, I can't tell a difference.
Her eyes have changed, right? Because didn't they used
Yes.
to be more green like her sisters?
I believe so, yes.
The ethereal washed them out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that's what they're going for.
Yeah. In my youth, I had the honor of studying under Matoya. In the field of etheric research, she was without rival. I have no doubt that her knowledge will be of aid to our cause. The question is, will she share it with us? My master has ever been willful. The gods forbid anyone disagrees with her. When the Garlean Empire first marched upon Eorzea some 15 years ago, the denizens of Sharlayan were summoned back to the motherland. However, Matoya refused to join the exodus. To this day, she lives as a hermit. She lives a hermit's life on the fringes of an abandoned city. So it is to the Dravanian hinterlands that we must go, to the place of my birth. Though Alice and I were born in Sharlayan, our days there were short. We remained only until the Exodus, and I have not returned since. Oh, so it will be a homecoming then. As fine a reason as any to go to Sharlayan, and it would afford us the opportunity to pay my master a visit. I believe you have mistaken our primary objective, Ishtola. At any rate, the journey will take us through largely unknown territory. Let us first return to Ishgard and make our preparations. Just another bit of Final Fantasy lore for you. Matoya is not typically a recurring character, but she was a character in the first Final Fantasy game. I don't know why I ran off. The question is are they going to give us Matoya's song? Because Matoya's song was probably my favorite song in the original Final Fantasy. So, shall see.
Oh.
Sharlayan is situated in the Dravanian hinterlands. To get there, we must strike west and traverse the breadth of the Dravanian forelands. Make no mistake, it will be a grueling journey. The party shall be comprised of the Warrior of Light, Ishtola, and myself. Tartaru, pray remain in Ishgard and continue the search for our missing friends. Yes, sir. First, let us make for Tailfeather. long soak in the life stream, followed by a long journey. I would not recommend it to anyone. But rest assured, my strength is returning to me. I shall be back to my former self ere long. Thank you for the follow. No, it's a bot. Never mind. Be gone with you. I believe I am successfully rested, or sufficiently rested. Let us continue west to Charlotte. Once we descend the mountain path, we will arrive at the Dravanian hinterlands. From there, it is but a short distance to the city. Be warned that we shall be passing through Nath territory. We must needs be wary of them and the dragons both. And one thing that I have been asking myself is, we already had an Archon. Why did nobody ask Urianger how to make this etheric ram that we need?
Yeah.
Although I guess, despite the fact that he was usually the guy we asked for such things, I think that was probably because he was the one who had the contacts in Baldessian. But they're still missing as far as we know.
Yeah, the blade. What were they called?
The Sons of Baldessian. Or the Scholars of Baldessian. Something like that.
Sweet, we open this place up.
Oh, you've been trying to get here and been unable to?
Yeah,
I need to get my last mining quest for 60th level miner in here.
Yeah, my level 60
To the Thaliac River,
training is
where to the melted
left
snows of Abelathia's spine eventually find their way by means of 1,000 silver streams. Whose waters have long nourished the Dravanian hinterlands, and so provided for a settlement of learned souls from across the northern seas.
That's nice.
I like the look of this place.
Yeah.
Indeed.
To the city of Sharlayan, that great seat of knowledge, now abandoned by her keepers, they came.
I'm gonna move in. I say the signs come here and stay.
Matoya dwells on the far side of the Thaliac River. Let us search for a crossing. I note that she walks faster than Alphonse does.
She's a little taller.
Yep. Okay, I'd gotten the whole that they had abandoned the mainland and gone somewhere. I did not realize that they had abandoned Sharlayan itself, and I guess gone and built a new one somewhere else.
Well, isn't this supposed to be in the Emperor or the those other guys control?
Well, it was when the Garleans first started showing up that the Charlians abandoned the city, apparently. But it doesn't look like the Garleans moved in, because it appears to be abandoned. It's all Hamiko that the Garleans conquered.
Oh, there's my miner guy. Okay.
I guess maybe I should have mounted up. He says no Garleans, and then there's Magitech right there. So, but also, I've seen maps of Eorzea and saw that Charlian is on an island. So I was confused when they were saying we were going to the Dravanian hinterlands to Charlian. It's on an island, though.
In the sky.
Well, I'm not aware of it being on an island in the sky, but maybe.
There's one right there. On our left. Yeah.
That confused me with another person behind us in the car.
Like he was trying to run. It was not fun. I couldn't get it. I couldn't click on it for a minute.
Gotcha.
Giants a pain in the butt sometimes. And my ex, oh, we already talked about it. I don't get it. There's those two, but where are we supposed to actually go? Oh,
I'm heading toward the red arrow.
Gotcha. Yeah. I didn't see it. My map's not that big.
We can presume we have to come back there where they are.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, look. A road. Knowledge seeks no man. So says the motto of Charlian, engraved upon yonder stone. The meaning is simple. It falls to us to seek enlightenment. During the 6th astral era, at the turn of the 13th century, men from the northern nation of Charlian journeyed across the seas to Eorzea in search of knowledge. Upon arriving at these shores, they established a camp for their scholarly endeavors. Over time, this camp grew into a settlement, and the settlement prospered, and so much so that it came to be counted amongst Eorzea's great city-states. Alas, those glory days are now but a fading memory. With her keepers lost to her, Charlian has become an empty husk of her former self. Uplander is mistaken. Charlian has new keepers, is on cusp of new age of glory. Another beast tribe to level up. Goblins, here to plunder the city. Uplander is mistaken, muchly. We are not thieves. This place is our home. Your home? When last I looked, it was mine and Alphino's. We were born here. When Uplanders abandoned the city, Uplanders gave up claim. Born here or no, Uplanders are trespassers. My friends, please. We did not come here to dispute your claim to this land. Our purpose here is peaceful. We desire but to cross the river. Be calm, I beg you, and let us speak like civilized folk that we are. Surely we can come to a mutual understanding. If this is truth, then Uplanders are welcome here. Come with Slowfix. Slowfix will show Uplanders settlement. Okay, it kept me mounted, but it kicked all of y'all out of the mount. This would actually seem to be a proper city. I mean, it's got little Aetherites, or at least one of them. Which I'm now heading to pick up. Although apparently we can mount here, so it's not a real city. Yep, just the one lesser shard in this city.
That was the motorcycle I was talking about.
I wasn't paying any attention. I mean, I saw it, but I wasn't paying any attention to it.
It's alright. You gotta pay for it.
Here is the heart of settlement. Name is Idleshire. What have we got here? Guests? Greetings to you. I am Alpha Node Levelier, and may I introduce my companions, the Warrior of Light and Ishtola. We have journeyed far in search of a friend, and seek to cross the river. But finding the main bridge collapsed, you went looking for a detour and ended up stumbling into Slowfix and his crew. Is that right? That is the short of it. Hi. This place, Idleshire. I came expecting a ghost town. Suffice it to say, I'm surprised to see you find it so alive. Well, with all the precious artifacts lying about, it was only a matter of time before treasure hunters like me moved in. But we weren't the first to arrive neither. By then, Slowfix and his Gabi friends were already settled. At first, Gabis and hunters disliked each other, but understanding came. Then friendship. Now Gabis and hunters have joined hands to build a great new nation. So that's what happened after the Charlotte incident. Oh, so you're locals? No hard feelings, I hope. All these nice buildings, but no one to live in them. Not like a waste, you know? We've been trying to put this place to rights, and things have been going well for the most part. But it ain't all smooth sailing. Not to sound ungrateful, but the traps your people left lying about are a bloody nuisance. And there's the Illuminati harrying us night and day. Slowfix has a bright idea. Uplanders desire mutual understanding, yes? Best way to understanding is helping one another. Help citizens of Idleshire, and Uplanders can be citizens too. Citizens are free to cross the river. No, I'm not aware of a quicker way to reach our destination. Let us assist Slowfix and his people. So Uplanders agree to help us. Good. Here is what Slowfix wants Uplanders to do. Many golems prowl Idleshire, get in the way of expansion plans. Slowfix wants Uplanders to eliminate golems. Uplanders are Charlian, yes? Charlians should know the best way to deal with the creatures. So we are to eliminate the golems. That should be a simple affair. The automata were employed as sentinels, and by design can be unmade with a coded command. At the time of the Exodus, it was noughts and crosses, and I see no reason why it should not still work. Let us divide the task between the three of us, the quicker to be finished with. Guess we'll pick up the purple quest while we're here too. Blue quest or whatever it is. Gods, it really is you. I've heard songs and tales, but to think that one day that I'd meet you in the flesh. Whatever I done to deserve this honor. Drat of all the days to forget to polish my armor. You must think I'm a total bumpkin. But wait, dare I ask? No, I daren't. To impose on such a hero. Oh, but what is the harm of trying? Yes, I must try. You see, I am in a bit of a bind. Pickle, if you will. You see, I've just taken on the task of schools. A task far, far beyond the abilities of a two-guild greenhorn like myself. But you, yes, a realm-renowned hero like you could tackle this monumental task in your sleep, blindfolded, both arms and a leg tied behind your back. So, you'll do it for me, yes? Wonderful. Just head over to Rowena's and tell Chloe Poe you're there to help. Oh, we have Rowena here, do we? Did I say Chloe Poe? I meant Chloe Poe. That isn't my silly nickname for her. And I certainly haven't been frequenting her shop every day for the past 2 years. That her ever so cute little smile might brighten my dark and dreary days. But I've blabbered on enough, haven't I? Ta-ta.
Oh, I didn't say. I said say instead of the actual thing I'm supposed to say.
Yes, you did.
I feel like a moron.
Okay. It is a cute baby cat girl. Hey there, mister. I'm Chloe. Chloe Alipo. And who might you be? From all the stories? Wow, you're like a legend. A real living and breathing legend. This is so exciting. Did I tell you I love stories? Well, I do. And not just listening to them. I'm pretty good at telling them, too. I have this friend whose mommy and daddy went away and never came back, and well, she just gets lonely and cries sometimes. So I tell her stories to cheer her up. That's right, stories of brave adventurers like you. She likes my stories. She stops crying and even starts smiling and laughing. Seeing her happy makes me happy too. But lately, she's just been staring off into space again. It must be my fault. I bet all my stories are starting to sound the same. But then I had an idea. Do you know what that is? I'll ask great adventurers like you to tell me your stories, and then I'll put them together and make new stories of my own. It's a really great idea, right? Tell me you think so too. So will you help me? Rowena gives me all sorts of things when I work hard. So if you do this for me, I can give some of them to you too. What sort of things? Well, tonestones for one, and well, all kinds of other special stuff, but not my Mandragora pin. That's all mine. So, do me a favor. Remember all of your bestest stories and write them in this notebook here. I call it Chloe's Wondrous Tales, because I have a tale, and I tell tales. Get it? Every time your stories help me come up with a new tale of my own, I'll give you a present. It'll be a lot of fun for both of us, don't you think? Thanks. And by the way, you're even more handsome than I pictured you from the stories. Begone, bot. Welcome to Wondrous Tales. Henceforth, you can share your tales of heroism and daring do with the chance to earn valuable rewards. To begin, you'll want to obtain a Wondrous Tales journal from Chloe Alipo, in addition to the one you've just received. A new journal will be made available every week. Within the journal is a card with 16 squares, 4 columns, and 4 rows, each representing a certain quest or duty, or a category of the same. Triumph in the corresponding adventurer, and the square will be marked off, and you can mark off up to 9 squares on a single card. Complete the conditions described within, for example, marking off 9 squares, marking off 4 squares in a row, and so forth, and deliver your marked journal to Chloe Alipo, and the story-loving Mikote child will reward you accordingly. To view objectives and see which squares you've marked off, as well as review your reward conditions and time limits, you need only use the journal from the key items menu. A new journal will be available from Chloe Alipo every week on Tuesday at 3 a.m. Earth time. Happy adventure. Just one moment.
They made them look like stickers. It's really cute. We have a sticker book.
Where is it again?
In your inventory, it's under the items, like where the compass is. It's Wondrous Tales.
Oh,
I guess we should talk to her and get this week's book, too.
Wow, 10,000 gil. Or 500 of the poetics.
Okay, we don't need a new book. Despite the fact the thing just said to pick up a new book from her, other than the one you just got. Also, 2.5 million XP, KJ.
I didn't see that far. That's quite a bit.
Yes. As well as, looks like you can get quite a bit of MGP, and I'm not sure what the certificates are for. Interesting. Also, interested to see, is Rowena actually here, or are these just her people? We have access to the higher level gear now, guys.
Where's that at?
Inside. I don't see any weapons, though. It seems to all be armor here. Unless there's, what's the primal gear over here? Okay, that's lower level stuff.
It's under special arms. Oh no.
Yeah, it looks to be something else.
Ooh, white mage stuff is cute.
And you can color it.
I cannot say that I care for my chest plate.
Yeah, I don't care for mine either. Fish. Looks like I'm
I
wearing
like
a
it.
fish.
Yeah, emo. It basically looks like a woman should be wearing it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because I like it too.
screenshot coming to Discord.
Yeah, that.
That's hot.
Oh, wrong.
It is, however, an upgrade.
Wow.
So, but I think I'll start with the pants and the boots.
Good thing you can transmog, huh?
Indeed.
Or whatever I call it. Oh, I don't know about my arms.
Actually, the boots and legs actually don't clash with my set that I already have.
Oh, I like those too, KJ.
Yeah, those look like female arms.
Oh, Rowena is here. Why am I here, you ask? To seize an opportunity. What else? Don't misunderstand, though. The house is still headquartered at Revenant's Toll, and I'm not about to change that. So that's why you're in both places. Understood. Of course, now I'm out of tombstones again.
Wait, why do we need tombstones? Tombstones?
To purchase the gear.
Oh yeah. I'm actually gonna buy one.
Yeah, I don't have much. I only have 337.
I had about 900 and something, so I could buy 2 pieces.
Time out.
I'm not gonna talk about how much I have.
What?
I'm not gonna talk about how much I have.
We've been showing her, or looking at all the first row. We can go the second row too, which are 270s.
Oh, that's what I was looking at.
Oh dear.
Oh, nice. Yeah. You may have bought 210 or 240s instead of 270s. Ouch.
Oh yeah, that's much better looking. But that's all right.
Oh, that's better looking too for me too.
Yeah, that would have been much better.
Oh, that's cool
Oh,
too, but
yeah.
I still like the other.
Oh yeah, that looks cool.
Well, I can buy a waist. So I'm gonna hold off, because that's all I can buy.
I guess we might actually have to play around with little Chloe's book then.
Oh yeah. Get 500 a shot.
Of course, some of these are kind of dangerous. The top row isn't bad, but some of the other stuff is dangerous.
I like my boots. Wait, was there a quest we had turned in here?
No, I just saw the door and went inside. Because I was wondering if Rowena was in there because Chloe mentioned that Rowena gives her things. Yeah, I think this place here might be the Heavensward version of Revenant's Toll. Not an official city, but a place where you'll be spending considerable amount of time.
Oh, Zora, yours is cute.
Isn't it cute?
Was that your coat?
Mm-hmm. And can you dye it pink? Because that'll be cute too.
Oh, I didn't check.
That is cool looking.
Well, the one row you could. I don't know if the second group you can.
Did you whisper something?
Oh my gosh, I could dye it pink.
Oh!
Oh, it's that one girl again.
Is that your friend?
Or Bunny, I should say.
Oh, I like those wings. Thingies.
Oh,
Whatever the heck that is. Like cool.
those.
Golems are no more. Wonderful. Now we can resume work to expand settlement.
I like that shield though.
You know what I dislike? I dislike that I did not get a choice in any of those. I had to pick a piety stone, and then I picked the thing I could sell for the most.
This sword is hideous. It is, however, an upgrade.
That's good.
Looks like there might be a option for you in, well, maybe not in the next batch.
Nope. Hopefully soon.
Zora will have an option in the next one. It looks to be a book covered with flowers.
Yay.
Yeah, and that that bow is the same bow I got too.
Ah. Uplanders helped Gabi Flock, earned right to be citizens of Idleshire. But Slowfix must ask another favor. Another favor, you say? A short time ago, dear friend of Slowfix ventured into Illuminati territory. Illuminati are nasty goblins. Show no mercy even toward goblin-kind. Slowfix fears for friend's life. Please find friend before Illuminati do. I'm suddenly taken by a sense of foreboding. Be that as it may, we cannot turn a blind eye. Let us make haste and find Slowfix friend.
Congrats on 63, by the way, Zora.
Thank you.
find where the way in is. Apparently that is not the way. This is the way. Yes, this is the correct way.
This is the way.
Mandalorian.
What Mandalorian? What are you talking about?
This is the way.
I said this is the
okay,
way.
yeah.
I'm just gonna
I haven't even watched it, and I knew what the reference was.
Was you really saying a reference, or were you just saying, "Oh, this is the right way, the right direction"?
No, I said this is the way.
I'm the one who said this was the right direction.
Right.
Yeah, I heard Laura say it because I was thinking it.
You are stranger. You are sneaky peeker. You are thief working for Illuminati. You can't take these things. No, no, no. They are for all to enjoy. But Illuminati always try to steal and hide things. Tap clicks must be on constant guard. If you say that you are a Gabi friend, then prove it. Find Illuminati and defeat them. Drive them away from this place.
Now, the Illuminati are the bad kobolds?
Bad goblins, yes.
Goblins? Okay.
Yeah, I think we ran into them in Rayflox's place on hard mode. Here, I get to turn Iron Will on for the first time tonight. Alright, still far enough. Probably need to drive. But yeah, we've been streaming for an hour and 40 minutes before we had to fight for the first time tonight. It's Brayflox. We just talked about him. Up. Goodly Uplander. Long time no eye catch. What is bringing Uplander here? Does Uplander have lusty eyes for junk of Brayflox? Uplander must not be touching junk of Brayflox. Brayflox is finding junk first. I knew I recognized that voice. Greetings, Brayflox. It has been a while. Forgive us for interrupting your work, but Captain Weescat gave me to understand that you were marked by the Illuminati. This happens to be Illuminati-held territory. Is it wise to be here? Brave eat Illuminati for sun upsies. Who eats who for sun upsies? Bravelocks all talks. Unwise you are to come here after dirty taking secret knowings of cheese make from Illuminati. Bravelocks did no unright. Cheese recipe is gobby birthright. Save tongue flaps for trading in Death Pit.
One of these again.
Pray to Godfathers, for punishment is near times. It appears we have no choice.
To me! Have at you!
Illuminati no match for furious gob fists of Bravelocks. More junk is awaiting Bravelocks muchly. Bravelocks is taking leave to Uplanders. I think Ishtola might have upgraded classes without telling us.
Mm-hmm.
Being embroiled in a cheese war was the last thing I expected to coming to Charlian. At any rate, we have fulfilled Slowfix's request. Let us return with good tidings and be on our way.
see you back there.
I'm going to turn in the other quest and get the Aetherite on my way, so.
Which Aetherite's on the way? I didn't see no Aetherite on the way. It was like 400 or something alms away.
We picked up a quest, KJ, that gives an Aetherite.
It wasn't that. Oh, it wasn't Snowflakes, was it? Shiro. Is that his daughter?
Yeah.
Yep.
She has her own account now. Yay!
Yeah.
Or a paid account, I guess, instead of a trial.
Yep. You slew Illuminati fighty force. You are a true Gabi friend. The things here are for all people of Idleshire, but Illuminati try to steal them away. Illuminati is our enemy. Illuminati is your enemy. This means you are our friend.
I am in the car, but I'll be right back. But yeah, back in A Realm Reborn, you had to do 2 quests to get all the classes covered. I think since they've added so many more classes at this point, we've got to do maybe 3 or 4 quests to cover all the classes.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean?
Well, like back in A Realm Reborn, you know, there would be one quest that would offer like a tank chest, basically it would offer all strength-based chest plates.
All right.
And then the next quest would offer the agility one and the caster ones.
Okay.
Well, now we've got, you know, Dark Knights, we've got Machinists, we've got Astrologians. And everybody requires different stats, so they've got to be included in the batch too. So.
But I thought some of them overlapped, like the Machinist and the Bard and the...
Yeah, some of them do overlap, except when it comes to weapons.
Well, yeah, weapons are completely... Yeah.
Uplanders are back. Did Uplanders find Friend of Slowfix? Time has not cured recklessness of Brayflox. Without help from Uplanders, Brayflox would now be dead Gabi. Slowfix owes Uplanders debt of gratitude. Slowfix and Brayflox are joined by unseverable Gabi bond. If Slowfix had known that Uplanders are friends of Brayflox, Slowfix would have welcomed Uplanders to Gabi Flock at first meeting.
Okay, so I picked the Black Mage one. It is a staff that looks like it has a ladybug on it.
Oh, that is amazing.
Nice. There you go, Emo.
Ah, oh my gosh.
Yay!
Uplanders have upheld bargain most highly. As promised, Slowfix makes Uplanders honored citizens of Idleshire, free to cross the river at will. Though Uplanders must leave now, Slowfix hopes that Uplanders will pay many visits and help build a great new nation. You're most kind, my friend. You may be certain that we will return. I must confess, at first it upset me to learn that my home had been occupied by others, but I see that it is in good hands. Under your care, I look forward to seeing Charlian thrive once more, to become a home for people of all races and creeds. Snowfix has already ordered the Gobwatch to let Uplanders through. Safe travels. Shall we then? Half 6 has a very important task for trusty Uplander. Must be done with fastness. Aetherite of Idleshire needs of inspection. Maybe needs upkeep too. If gobbies do not take a look and fix little problems, its spinnings may shudder and stop. Or there may be very big boom. But half 6 does not have the right tools. Uplander, there is no time to waste. Half 6 needs aether flow distributors. The nearest are in base of Illuminati. Come, raid their store pods.
Well, the other area open. Nice. No?
After we talk to Gobwatch, it'll probably open. By order of Chief Slowfix, Uplanders can come and go at will. One moment for clearing away barricade. Explosions? Are there going to be explosions?
It looks like.
Finally, we can continue our journey.
Little turds running. Y'all are. You guys gotta see that little fell.
Barring any misadventure, we shall soon arrive at the cave where Matoria resides. Unless you have unfinished business in Idleshire, let us strike out at once. I am ready whenever you are. Let us go and meet the legendary Matoya. Ahead lies the answering quarter, where the scholars of Charlian gather to hone their knowledge. Even from this distance, 'tis plain that much has been given back to the wilderness. The cave in which Matoya resides is situated on the southern edge of the hinterlands. In choosing the spot, my master desired privacy above all else. As such, the cave is extremely well hidden. You'll not find it unless you know to look for it. We shall follow the road south until we reach a bridge. Rather than cross it, however, we must ford the stream it spans. Then head straight until we arrive at the base of the bluff. Wow, a fate we wouldn't have to sing to.
I noticed that as well.
Don't look, Sora.
Oh yeah, there's frogs.
They're people frogs.
These guys have a minion that looked like him.
They're somewhere around.
the entrance. You seem unconvinced. Well, that will only add to the surprise. A word of warning before we proceed. Stubborn geniuses make poor hosts, and time will have done naught to improve my master's temperament. Doubt not, but that there will be sentinels and traps both to deter unwanted guests, but will not be deterred, will we? Go on and touch the wall yonder, and you will want to have a weapon near at hand. Matoya employs weaponized frogs.
Way to go.
Those sentinels may suffice to discourage the average trespasser, but not the warrior light. The way should be clear from that. The way should now be clear. Come, let us go see my master.
Don't you know it's rude to enter without knocking? The youth of today. No manners at all.
Though we neglected to knock, we did create something of a commotion. I had hoped that would suffice.
Heavy-handed as ever, I see. And still not a hint of grace. Some things never change.
To give credit where credit is due, I learned from the best. It has been too long, Master Matoya.
Indeed it has. Oh, it's good to see you again, my girl. And with your fiery spirit unquenched. But look at you, all grown up and womanly. The one there in the fancy duds, that's Louis Soir's granddaughter, I take it?
Grandson, begging your pardons. You knew my grandfather, my lady.
Knew him? Ha! We were constantly at each other's throats. Like rabid dogs we were. Oh, he was a stubborn bugger, was your grandfather. Never a dull moment when he was around, though, I'll give him that. As for you, boy, I've known you since you were a rosy-cheeked babe at the teat.
And my sister too, I gather. May I say what an honor it is to meet you again, my lady?
Spare me the hollow pleasantries, boy. I'll wager my remaining good teeth you didn't come to a forgotten corner of Eorzea to flirt with a wrinkly old woman. Now out with it. What is it you need of me? Azizla. I never thought I'd hear that name again.
You are familiar with it?
As familiar as one can get from poring over musty old tomes. The Allagans set the Isle afloat not long before the sun set on their empire. Old Louis Soir and I often talked about it. The place is home to a research facility dedicated to finding ways of mastering mighty beings, such as primals and dragons. And find ways it did too, frightening ones. Such secrets as lie buried on Azizla aren't fit to see the light of day. And now you tell me a band of dragon-baiting primal botherers are trying to dig them up?
Indeed. And to make matters worse, the Ascians have a hand in their plot. They must be stopped, no matter the cost.
I see. Very well.
You will help us then? Truly? I had not anticipated such an impassioned response. Could it be that the presence of young blood has stirred your own?
Ah, some things never change. One day that pertness is going to cost you your tail, my girl. Don't say I didn't warn you.
I like the crotchety old lady.
Mm-hmm.
I just learned a spell.
Our mount speed increased.
I'm not sure why I just learned. Well, I just hit level 62, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I don't have to do a quest to get this one. Let's see. It's another one of those abilities that I don't know when I'll ever be able to use it, but I'll put it on a bar. I now have 2 abilities that help me defend somebody else. But one of the problems is when somebody else in the party is about to take a big hit, they kind of take the hit before I have time to get the spells on them. Oh, this area is instanced. Okay, I was like, where are you guys?
I didn't start things up because I thought that you guys would appear, so I'm finishing the other things that are in here.
50 years ago, shortly after Garlemald had brought all of Ilsabard under its rule. Faced with a threat of invasion, the people of Sharlayan scrambled about for a means to resist the Empire. For my part, I was tasked with developing an etheric converger.
Ah, yes. A device which draws in ether and concentrates it to produce a destructive force.
But as my research neared its end, it was denounced by the Forum, who claimed that my device was more likely to destroy us than our enemies. After that, they and I had a little falling out, and I decided to seal away all the fruits of my research, lest the dunder-headed ingrates reap any benefit. Ha! Petty, I know, but gods, it was satisfying.
Do mine ears deceive? 'Twas you, was it not, who was so fond of saying that all knowledge exists to advance mankind, that how it is used depends on us?
I don't remember. Perhaps. All right, yes. It was a pet phrase of mine. And that should give you a notion of how sick and tired I was of those spineless wretches of the Forum. All talk and no trousers, that lot. That's why I decided to remain behind, rather than join the Exodus.
You may have had your disagreements with my grandfather, but upon that point, your minds were as one.
With respect, Master, the fruits of your research should not be left to spoil. Will you share with us the secrets of the etheric converger?
Aye, I will. All the information you need is contained in a tome I wrote on the subject. But you'll have to fetch it from the forbidden section of the Great Library.
Ah, you were not exaggerating when you said that you had sealed it away. Though the city is abandoned, the library's guardians are all but certain to remain. We must needs cut a path through them. Come, let us away.
Not so fast, you lot. Stola and the boy are staying with me. I need help to make new sentinels to replace the old ones you walloped. They'll be board and lodging, don't you worry. But know that you'll have to work for them. Hard. I'll have no sluggards in my house.
Great Library's guardian shouldn't pose any difficulty for a hero like you. You'll hardly notice Stola's absence, and the girl, boy, whatever, would only get in your way. But if it turns out you aren't up to the task, well, then I'll know you can't be trusted with something as dangerous as an etheric ground. Now, the library's entrance is locked tight. I'll loan you one of my servants to open the broom yonder. Well, what are you waiting for? Introduce yourselves, boy. Greetings, good sir. I am Broomsy, my lady's servant of some 50 years. May I say what an honor it is to serve you? I am given to understand you wish to enter the Great Google Library. To find it, pray head east upon leaving the cave. The building will come into view shortly after you reach the Collapse Bridge. I shall go on ahead and await you at the entrance. When your preparations are in order, pray come and meet me there. It will be a pleasure to unlock the door for you. Woe is me, Ribbit. Mistress Matoya will have my hide.
Okay, where'd everybody go?
I'm still inside.
Yeah, Zora and I exited the cave.
You are our guest, and yet you would lend me your aid? Oh, thank you, kind adventurer. I am in your debt. Permit me to introduce myself, Ribbit. I am Sora Rogo.
I am going to exit CRNC.
A humble servant.
I picked up all the stuff in there.
I am tasked with picking leaves from her herb garden, from which I will make her tea. Alas, drawn to their medical properties, bugs have recently taken to ravaging the herbs. I attempted to get rid of the pests, but they are too much for a lone Porogo to handle. I would be grateful if you could eliminate them in my stead, Ribbit. And to answer my own question from earlier, yes, that is Matoya's theme playing in the background, although it's much quieter in this game.
Nice.
And now we go back inside. The bugs are no more? Oh, thank you. Not only are you kind, but you are strong as well, Ribbit. Now I can resume my duties again, harvesting and making tea. It is all I am capable of. I am a failed creation, you see. Unlike my mistress's other children, I am incompetent and clumsy. For want of a task I could perform, she bade me to serve her tea 7 times daily, but even in this I needed assistance from it. Unless I make myself more useful, 'tis only a matter of time before my mistress removes my enchantment. Then I would revert to an ordinary toad, incapable of speech. I cannot bear the thought of that. I must become a better servant, and I believe that I can do so. If only I knew what my mistress desires. Having received her blessing, the brooms here are bound to possess this knowledge. Alas, they refuse to talk to me. But, as you are our guest, they cannot willfully ignore you, even if they are not entirely cooperative or forthright. Please speak with them, Ribbit, and acquire the information I need to survive.
You guys doing those quests?
No. At least I'm not, at the moment.
Decline. Okay. So head back out.
Yep.
The vendor only had an orchestration role currently, so maybe it's later on.
Vendor for what? Or what were we looking for?
There was a vendor in there. He was a repair frog, and also a vendor. But the only thing, well, under just purchase items, the only thing there was an orchestration role. And I don't know whether maybe eventually, I was telling Zora that I wondered if that's where we can get that frog pet and the broom pet, or if it comes from something else.
You said orchestration?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I need to fill up my stuff in my inn. Which means you can probably play that music in here in the inn.
Probably.
It said it's like the mushroom room or something, is the name of the role.
Checking where to get the pet. Okay, you will get the pet along the main story quest.
Woohoo!
Not immediately, but fairly soon, yes. Certainly not tonight. Probably not next time. But maybe the time after that.
Give Zora and I motivation. Well, all of us, we all like pets, but.
Indeed. But it's, I don't know exactly where the quest falls, except that it is in the patch content, as opposed to the base. So.
Left. And of course, I'm still not close enough because we're at an edge. Hay heights.
I'm just glad I didn't walk right off the edge.
If we can. I don't want to try though. That is a long ways down.
You stand before the Great Google Library, one of Heidelin's foremost repositories of knowledge. Alas, it has fallen into disuse since the Exodus some summers since. In all those years, its halls have welcomed not the coming of a single soul. Its floors felt not the loving brush of a broom. Mine apologies, sir. Pray pay no mind to the dreams of a humble broom. You are doubtless eager to venture within and retrieve my lady's tome. I shall unlock the door at once. When you have what you seek, pray return to the cave and report to my lady. Well, I will say this for the broom. Matoya had brooms in Final Fantasy I as well, but they spoke backwards. So I'm very glad they do not do so here.
Yeah, that would be confusing.
What just happened? Why'd you run back here?
Oh, I think this is my, this might be my whatchamacallit.
Oh, you probably had somebody
Okay.
standing here you had to talk to. Okay.
Yeah, it starts a scenario, so.
I was like, are you hiding behind that pillar like that one person did that one time to stare at us?
What was that guy's name? The Prince or something?
Yeah.
Creepy
something like
prince,
that.
yeah.
Alright, do we want to do the dungeon tonight?
I'm
Sure.
good with it.
I'm game.
I'll for it.
The music is surprisingly upbeat.
Yeah.
And yes,
Okay.
that bridge just kind of appeared before me, and I just decided to keep running.
This is like piano bar music.
Yes. The rise of the Garlean Empire in the year 1522 of the Sixth Astral Era led to significant changes in the structure of Garlean society. This is most evident in the adoption of titles, which serve to indicate an individual's place within the social hierarchy. The following information was compiled with the aid of informants within the Empire and is yet to be verified. Sos is the Emperor. Yai is a member of the royal family in line of succession. Weir is a member of the royal family with no claim to the throne. Military. Vaughn is Legatus. Toll is Tribunus Laticlavus. Sas is Tribunus Angusticlavus, or Prefectus Castorum. Rim is Primus Pilus, or Pilus Prior. Quo is Primiordanis, or Centurion. Peer is Optio. Tessarius, or Decurion. Un is Duplicaris, or Legionaris. Specialists. Non is a chief engineer or engineer. Mal is Primus Medicus, or senior Magitech technician. Lux is chief medicus, or medical Magitech technician. Kier is senior medicus, or senior technician. Jin is a medicus, or technician. Lots more information in that than I was expecting. Probably not all that helpful.
Unless we need it to pass some quiz.
Possibly. Okay, I don't think I'm going to go through more of those titles, okay? The hierarchy extends to the general populace as well, though it is far less complex. The majority of citizens bear the boss title, and there is a smaller group which appears to be comprised of respected artisans who have adopted the Sen title. The On title is bestowed upon the peoples of annexed territories and indicates that they lack even the most basic rights afforded to a citizen. However, many Garleans view this as an opportunity rather than a condemnation, as citizenship may be granted to those who have demonstrated exceptional skills, as well as those who have contributed 20 or more years of military service. Okay?
The wall.
Alright, the Demon Tome is similar to the Demon Wall in Amdapor Keep, with a few added skills, but doesn't advance. Like the Demon Wall, the Demon Tome will cast an AoE down the middle of the room, then the sides. If it hits you, it will have a slowing effect, making it harder to get past him with his closure. As he is between casting the two previous attacks, the Demon Tome will also cast Dark Blizzard 3, a circle AoE that will target a random player. The Demon Tome will occasionally cast Disclosure and begin to glow. This signals that you need to run along the sides of the arena to the back side of the tome. Anyone on the wrong side of it when it closes will be killed instantly. The Demon Tome will cast Words of Winter after a while and an attack similar to Shiva's Ground Freeze. When the ground is frozen, you will need to move a certain length in a direction you attempt to go. Unlike Shiva, this is not all the way to the edge of the arena. It is a matter of several yalms. At that point, it will always be active when it casts Disclosure. So take note that the fence is not present to the immediate left and right of the book, but you cannot fall off the ledge despite this. The easiest way to get past him when frozen for PC players is to press Q or E while directly facing the balls, assuming you haven't remapped those keys, so that you can slide into the fence. Then W twice so you slide forward past him. Basically, if you're sliding on the ice, that's what they're talking about. That may take some coordination or some practice. So, yeah.
I've rekeyed, so that's not going to work for me.
Oh, here we go. Alright, run.
I'll get you, sorry. I'm waiting for the book to close again, though, because I don't know.
Probably about to close. That hasn't yet. Okay, there it goes. And it's probably about to close again.
I was so stuck in there, I couldn't even get out.
That fight wasn't too bad.
No, I liked it actually.
Yeah. But if you get off groove, you get off groove.
Yep.
Yeah. Can't get too close to the book but when it turns because it knocks you back still.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically what I was doing is once it did the whole repel thing where it knocked us to the back wall, I just kind of ran halfway up on one of the sides and just waited for him to start to close. Probably not the most efficient way, but it worked. That one did not have proper respect for my authority as a tank.
No. I did not appreciate what it was doing to me.
Yeah, it didn't seem like anything useful. Probably want to target the book first. Though there is some debate as to whether or not Merlwyb, whatever, and her League of Lost Bastards were the first Eorzeans to discover the Western continent. There is no denying that their navigational charts were instrumental in establishing the major trade routes of today. Moreover, the accounts from their expedition are widely regarded as both informative and entertaining. Of particular note is the first encounter with the Mamulja, as well as the other indigenous peoples and creatures which seem curiously intent on their demise. These travel journals have since inspired a legion of explorers and treasure hunters to retrace the League's journey. Yet, in spite of their numbers, the existence of a bleeding city of gold remains unconfirmed. One of those moments where you forget exactly how long Ellis intend to live. She hasn't always been the Admiral, apparently. Biblos is a book demon, and the second boss. At intervals, Biblos will run to the center of the book that summoned him and become invincible. Shortly after, 2 books will spawn with adds in them. They will fire Death Ray, a low-damage line AoE that extends pretty far, kill the adds quickly. When they die, they will draw a tether between them and a given player, like the Ice, Fire, and Lightning orbs in the Cilia encounter in another dungeon. Draw this orb into Biblos and to break his invulnerability. After one invulnerability phase, Biblos will begin spawning clouds of oil fumes around the room. These will cause 2k damage and a pushback when you run through them. So take them in turns, carefully, to keep them from stacking up. The clouds will break the orbs from the invulnerability phase if they collide, requiring your party to deal with another set of adds. He performs Gale Cut fairly regularly, a frontal attack that deals mild damage to tanks. This has no ground warning and can be avoided by either running through or to the side. It has a cast time of around 2.5 to 3 seconds. Performs Tail Swipe when someone is behind him, a rear-facing conal attack. This seems to only happen if someone is behind him. Performs Head Down on a random party member, which is a fairly damaging charge attack, sort of stun. This cannot be avoided regardless of any attempt to move away from it, and it will hit all party members in its path. If it targets you, try not to line yourself up with any of your party, or run forward to minimize the area effect. So, when he runs to the book and becomes invulnerable, kill the adds and then drag the orbs into it. When there are the oil clouds up, we will will need to try to knock them out carefully. Whereas we don't want to each of us hit a bunch of them, but we will want to clear them out. Alright, find the ads, kill the ads.
Sorry.
I don't think we need to worry about the clouds anymore. Just focus on him.
I forgot, what were we supposed to do with those clouds?
Run through them,
Oh.
but not all at once, so that they would hit us.
The clouds would kill the orbs if you let the orbs hit them. So.
Oh.
But you wanted to disperse them because they just keep stacking and stacking and stacking.
Right. But they do damage and knock you back, so you would want to not do a bunch of them at once.
Yeah.
Although they appeared to do a grand total of about 6% of my health and damage, so I probably could have ran through all of them and it wouldn't have caused any problems. That fight was actually pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. It's one of the owl things that puts us to sleep in the Palace of Dead. Luckily, it doesn't appear to do that here. I find it funny. These guys are casting spells that are interruptible, but they're casting them so fast that I don't think you can interrupt them. Which is funny, because they're called speed readers. Beauty is ephemeral, but it needn't be. My Lady Amandine knows this well. Lovely creature that she is. Would that I could have the genuine article in my keeping, but alas, I shall have to settle for a pale imitation. The vessel is not quite up to my usual standards, but beggars can't be choosers. As they say, I washed and anointed it per the instructions. When secured it to the bed with chains, wouldn't want her to get ideas above her station. Oh no. Gods, just the thought of it is enough to get my blood pumping. I can hardly wait to welcome my beloved succubus into this world. I bet this guy died. I bet he died very, very painfully.
Yeah. In the bedchamber, no less. In his sleep. Wait.
No, he probably wasn't asleep.
Looks like a dumb looking guy.
Yeah, that.
What you meant.
Yeah, that was. Oh, treasure coffer. Do I dare read this leather-bound diary? The tentacles. So many tentacles.
Oh my gosh.
And the sound of it writhing on the bed. God's just listening to it is agony. I've made a terrible mistake. Okay, what happened to him was even better than what we thought. Okay, the ever-living bibliotaph. Let's see. He has a few ground pattern AoEs in addition to, at intervals throughout the fight, roughly 85%, 55%, and 25%, Bibliotaph will begin casting Void Summon. Platforms on the ground will light up, and they will need a certain number of players to stand in them in order to cancel their summon. When one light on a platform is lit up, only one player is needed to stand on it to cancel the summon. 2 lights, 2 players, and so on. Let's see. If a platform summon is not canceled, the platform will summon a Void Scent add to the boss field. Okay. Note all 6 platforms will light up the first time for one player each. 4 will light up the second time, 2 players each, and only 1 will light up the third time, 3 players each. You seem to have around 10 seconds to cancel all the summons before the ads are spawned. And I'm assuming the platforms are these circles that are around the place.
Mm-hmm.
See, at intervals, Bibliotaph will mark a player with targets. If you were targeted, run to one side of the arena between the platforms to bait the AoE to place on you. This sets down a purple Void Spark, a stationary ball, which will remain in place for a duration, periodically pulsing to inflict a stack of vulnerability on those in the area. be sure to avoid this at all costs. After the second void summon at around 55%, he will begin casting Deep Darkness, which covers the entire outside of the arena, immediately followed by a Magic Burst. Occasionally, he will cast Magic Burst first, which covers the inside of the arena. Deep Darkness hits tanks for around 3k and causes a 25 to 30 second heavy debuff, which slows you down. And Magic Burst will knock you down. So basically, the Deep Darkness will affect the outer area, so you'll want to run in. Magic Burst affects the inside, so you'll want to run out.
What's that mean?
That's the thing, you're supposed to run to the edges. Too late now. Now run to the platforms and stand on them. Okay, have we all canceled them all? Looks like we have.
I died.
How did you die?
When I first got hit by one of the circle ad things. And then when I went onto the platform, it also damaged me a little. And apparently was too close to the orbs also still.
Gotcha. So yeah, if you get targeted, be sure to run to the outer wall away from the platform. At the next summon, KJ and Emo, you stick together. Zora, stick with me.
Okay.
Come here.
Alright, head to this one. In, run in. And run out.
Should I hit him with what you caught? Oh wait, let's wait.
Run in. Hit him with it now. Get out of that, Zora.
I didn't even realize it had gotten on me. So.
Alright, now run across to the other one.
Oh, I died. Sorry.
Killing ads, right?
Yeah, kill the ad.
Watch out, Zora. Oh crap, run. Sorry, I ran towards you, I didn't see it. See you.
He apparently dropped an orb on me there that I didn't notice. Run out.
Yay.
That wasn't too bad.
Oh, it has nose. Looks like nose rings. That's funny.
Oh, look.
You can now accept something. Oh, that's what happened. I hit 63.
Rats.
Rats.
It told me something I can't understand. But I think it's just you hit 63. Oh, snap!
Oh
I think I had a DOT on me from one of the mobs up there.
no! You finally achieved it, Kev.
Indeed I did. Death by fall damage.
We were all close.
Achievement unlocked.
Right.
Well, no. I actually took falling damage enough to kill me there. Well, no. Oh, that's what happened. I wasn't at full health. You take full health and falling damage,
Oh.
leaving you at 1 health. But I had just taken a hit from an enemy while I was falling, so... Smash.
That was good.
Alright, one achievement unlocked. Now I have to go for the extra important one, getting us all killed. Although, no, I would not want to have to send us all back to Revenant's Toll.
Oh, my hearth is
Mine's Gridania.
Is Gridania.
Okay.
Yeah, I changed mine back to Olda.
That's one thing that I'm not quite sure about. Like, I mean, technically we don't really die enough, but like when we're little and leveling by ourselves, I was like, no.
I take it you found the tome. Well, let's see it then. Hey, this is it, alright. Shulta, boy, put down whatever you're doing and come here. He's returned with the tome. Thank the gods, but another minute under Master Matoya's exacting supervision, and I would certainly have lost my mind. Or mayhap merely my temper. Some things never change indeed. Well, I for one appreciate the exacting supervision. In the short while we have been here, I feel like I've gained a far better understanding of arcane entities than I did my entire time at the Studium. Should the opportunity present itself, I should very much like to employ this knowledge for the betterment of mankind. Create a new variety of carbuncle, perhaps. Don't get ahead of yourself, boy. Louisoix's grandson or no, it'll take another decade under me before you can call yourself a scholar, and a deal more than that to make you a scholar worth a damn. As you may have gathered, Master Matoya is not easily impressed. Indeed. So, he returned with the tome, has he not? Shall we examine it?
I had not thought to behold this tome again. There. It is deciphered. Now your friend should be able to make sense of the contents. That said, it's one thing to understand the workings of the etheric converger, and another to actually make it work. You do realize how much ether is required?
Sid is keenly aware of the energy dilemma. His airship is by no means large, and it can only bear a limited quantity of crystals.
If only we had white auracite in the etheric siphon.
Alas, Minfilia is missing along with both artifacts, and Moonbreeder is gone.
Would that there were another ready wellspring of energy for us to draw upon.
Why did it not occur to us before? We already have what we need. The Eye! It has been drawing ether into itself for as long as the Great Worms have lived. It is a veritable wellspring of energy.
It might just suit our needs. But is this energy something that can be harnessed at will?
I believe so, with the aid of the Azure Dragoon of Ishgard.
Then it is settled. Let us return to the Holy See at once.
Stola, wait. When did the light fade from your eyes?
I might have known that it would not escape your notice. It has been this way since I returned from the life stream. An after effect of the teleportation magic I invoked, most like.
They are called forbidden spells for a reason. What were you thinking, girl?
I have no regrets. I but did what was necessary to preserve the light of hope, to keep my promise to Minfidia. Besides, it afforded me the rare opportunity to wander the ether, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
I need not tell you that it consumes your very life force to see by sensing the ether around you. Take care of yourself. Do you hear me?
I will, Master Matoya. And thank you.
Thanks to your customarily heroic efforts, we now possess the knowledge to build the etheric ram. All that remains is to secure its energy source. Let us hasten back to Ishgard and consult Sir Imeric regarding the eye. Alright, KJ. Back to Ishgard.
You mean the founding, right?
Foundation, yes.
I keep forgetting, we don't have to talk to that one. Oh, he's out here.
Ah, you are returned. So, Imeric, I am pleased to see that your recovery proceeds apace. May I introduce Ishtola, a fellow scion of the Seventh Dawn and Archon of Sharion. My lord, pray excuse me for foregoing due pleasantries, but we seek your counsel regarding the etheric ram. Though we now possess the knowledge to build such a device, we yet lack an appropriate source of energy with which to power it. We believe, however, that Ishgard may possess the solution to our problem. You need not apologize, my lady. Full eager am I to learn of your progress. Please, tell me of this energy source that you believe you possess. And you are certain that the eye can lend its powers to Master Matoya's etheric conversion? At Istinian's command, yes. Very well, I shall speak. My thanks, sir. Nay, my friend, 'tis I who should thank you, as should every Ishgard. You labor in our name, nary a care for your own safety. Let us next speak with Sid. He will doubtless be eager to begin work on the etheric ram. I expected him to be at Skysteel, but he might be. I guess he's up by the looks like he's up here. The Astronium or whatever it is. I'm going to call it the House of the Astrologians from now on.
Sounds good.
That I can at least remember how to pronounce. Ah, you're back. The preliminary work on the Enterprise is more or less finished. Tell me you found a way to build the etheric ram. Greetings, Sid. It has been a while. This tome contains the fruits of my former master's research on a device known as the etheric converger. Our ram should operate on the selfsame principle. Ah, where are my manners? Put a toy like this in my hand, and I go off into my own world. Gods, it's good to see you. And bearing a gift besides. Very distracting one, if I might add. If I didn't know any better, I'd think it was my name day. But there will be time for tearful reunions later. I'll make a start on the tome right away, so long as I have a grasp of the fundamentals, I should be able to knock something together. Which leaves the small matter of the energy source. We believe we have found a solution to that problem as well. Pray forgive our lateness. The power of the eye is not to be drawn upon lightly, but I believe we have sufficient cause to do so. So this is the fabled eye. By the 12 it sees. 'Tis a wonder such power can be contained, much less controlled. Boys, our friends have kindly provided us all the ingredients. Let's see if we can make something out of them. You heard the chief. We're not resting till the etheric ram is operational. Not one wink of sleep. Oh. I believe there might have been some expletives hidden under that mumbling.
Mm-hmm.
Given the danger of the task that lies before us, I think it only right that we take a moment to bid our friends and allies farewell. Alas, Sid requires my assistance with Master Matoya's rather singular writings. Might I entrust the task of visiting those who will remain behind to you? So, the hour is nigh. Would that I could join you in the coming battle, but with my wounds I fear I would only burden you. In consorting with the Asians and availing himself of primal powers, my father made himself an enemy of all that is good and right in the world. Do whatever you must to end his madness. May the Fury watch over you. Let's go to the Forgotten. Okay, they're all right around here, so we'll go to This is it, then. Go well, my friend. I shall pray to the Fury for your preservation. Mayhap you think it strange that a daughter of Garlemald should pray? I do not blame you. I used to think it passing strange myself. But that all changed when I discovered something dearer to me than my own life. Thereafter, praying seemed the most natural thing in the world. Prayers are born of heartfelt faith, and manipulating the people's beliefs for his own twisted ends, the Archbishop makes a mockery of that very existence. It cannot be more. And they're treating this downright like we're going into the final battle and we're never going to see any of these people again.
Mm-hmm.
So you're off to face the Archbishop then. Please be careful, and watch over the others, will you? We've lost too many friends as it is. Some may yet return to us, but I couldn't bear to lose anyone else. I just couldn't. I realize it's asking a lot, but you're the strongest person I know, and I don't think there's anything you can't achieve if you put your mind to it. So please, whatever happens, keep everyone safe.
And she changed her outfit.
She did.
Yeah, she's got a hat on and a different skirt and jacket.
Indeed she did.
And stockings and feet, or shoes.
Yep. The whole outfit.
A whole outfit. Man, she's just a weaving girl.
Oh my gosh, that one.
What was that?
Usually it hasn't been bad, but that one dropped my stomach.
Me too.
Eventually I'll find where she's standing. Down here at the bottom. Well, if it ain't my old friend. Off to face the Archbishop and his cronies, is it? I'd love to go and give those bastards a good walloping myself. That snake Charlebert especially. But I've got to stay here and keep an eye on things. With the Archbishop gone, some of the poor folk might get it in their heads to do something stupid like storming the pillars. But blood won't get us what we want, and I need to be around to remind them of that in case they forget. No need to worry about us anyway. I'll work with Sir Imeric to preserve the peace. You just concentrate on settling the score with the Archbishop, eh?
Back to
Last
The
vigil.
last vigil.
oh yeah.
How good of you to pay me a visit. It feels as if it were only yesterday when first we met here in this chamber. You came to us a fugitive seeking asylum, and now you bear the hopes of our nation upon your shoulders. He would not have told you, but when Hochefront begged me to accept you into our household, he described you as hope incarnate. At the time, I assumed that he was being waxing lyrical, as was his wont. But I have come to see that he simply spoke the truth. You are hope, a shining beacon that shall guide the people of Ishgard through this raging snowstorm. A memento. Were my son here, he would have wished to fight at your side. In the battle to come, take care, my friend, and return to us. Count Edmonton bequeathed you with Lord Haushalfral's shield. A noble gesture. We bear the hopes and dreams of full many souls. Let their faith in us be a source of strength and a courage as we face our remaining trials. Work on the Enterprise is nearly complete. Let Ishtola know you're ready. You're ready to go.
Until but recently, the Ishgardians have kept their doors firmly shut to outsiders. But thanks to you, we have found in them stout allies with whom we may fight to secure the future of the realm. Truly, you are the beacon of hope towards which all men are drawn.
Spare us the hyperbole. 'Tis not for praise that we fight.
Oh? In light of all we have achieved, I felt it only meet to express my gratitude.
All that we have achieved. Spoken like a true outsider. Until the war is over, we have achieved nothing. The coming battle is a chance to excise the root of this conflict, and by my hand it shall be done. Then you may speak of achievement.
'Twas not mine intent to make light of your struggle. If I have given offense, then I apologize. But if I may speak freely, you would do well to be wary of the eye. Even now, it burns with insatiable hatred, watching unblinking for a sign of weakness. Should you falter for so much as a moment, it will surely consume you.
Save your concern. I will consume the eye ere I let it consume me.
Howdy, Ariel.
"12 be praised, thou hast not yet set forth. Cross sand and snow have I journeyed, that I might deliver this gift unto thee."
White Auracite. But whence did it come?
To mine amazement, it lay hid amongst Moonbreeder's last effects. 'Twas but blind chance or providence that I did hap to
Later,
spy
Ariel.
it. Let no man claim
Have a
that
good
my
night.
late friend erred for lack of foresight. In the place whither thou goest, servants of darkness do lie in wait. Pray, give unto me thy pledge that thou wilt strike them down and avenge our fallen comrade.
I feel like Oriandra could use some socks.
Yeah.
I'm a little confused. Why would he give that to us to kill one of his peoples? Unless he's a double agent. Is he Snape's?
Well, like I said when we saw him meet with the Ascian there, is Uriandra's always seemed like the type who would accept a meeting with them, if only to find out what they want.
Yeah, but he had it. Wasn't it? Didn't he carry on the whole conversation?
Only thing I remember is that they summoned him and he showed up.
Yeah.
I don't remember them showing us any more
Excellent
than that.
timing. We've just finished our work on the Enterprise. She's so much improved, I've decided to give her a new name to suit.
Oh, I'm almost done myself, Ariel.
The Enterprise Excelsior. Or simply the Excelsior if pressed for time. Once again, she'll carry Eorzea's protectors into battle.
All aboard!
I can do no more than see you off with prayers for your safety and success. Yet know that wheresoever you may go, my son's spirit goes with you. May the Fury grant you strength.
You changed clothes again.
Return to us. All of you.
She did.
Maybe that was her hanging out in the bar clothes.
Maybe.
Could be. Socializing.
Enterprise Excelsior.
Or her
Engage.
weaving outfit. Who knows?
Could be.
I think she's probably making outfits for everyone. That's where they're all coming from, so she's a busy girl.
Could be.
Or you're hopeful.
Hopefully next she makes Ariadne some socks.
Yeah, that's it. Some woolly ones. Keep him warm and toasty.
And if we ever see Ida again, hopefully Tartaru has made her some pants.
Excelsior, wasn't that the ship that the crew like shut their engines off on to get away from it? Or 3 or something. Sorry.
This is it! Get ready!
It's cool looking.
Eye of mine enemy, render unto me thy power! No, you will not claim me. I am the master.
We're through!
Who would have guessed?
Dun, dun, dun.
They're just waiting. Yeah, they're damn it.
Yeah, we broke the shield for them.
Yep.
Maybe we should survey the area first.
Chief, we've got an Imperial battleship on our tail. And it's bleeding massive.
Damn it! The bastards were waiting for us to open the door for them. I'm gonna try to shake them. Hang on to something.
We're all going to die! Tataru!
She won't take much more of this!
The time has come to use Hydaelyn's gift. Much blood has been spilled in my name. And for what? For a false cause that I created for want of the warmth of companionship. Saint Shiva, pray Svelga. Pray forgive this fool. But even now, I cannot let go of my dream. My dream of a tomorrow in which no child need freeze alone in the snow. Thank you, Svelga.
Is that Azel? What does she mean to do?
O goddess, born of mine own hopes and dreams, for the last time, I beseech you. Fill this vessel with your light. Still the hatred within our hearts, and bless us with eternal grace! Farewell, warrior of light. And thank you for showing me the way.
No!
This ether. It was a crystal of light. She, too, was one of Hydaelyn's chosen.
Fare you well, my lady.
Whew, I don't know about you, but I'm glad to be back on solid ground, even if said ground is floating in the sky. When that Imperial battleship appeared, I honestly thought we were finished. And we would have been had your friend not arrived when she did. 12 grant her mercy. Brief though our time was, Misael was a true friend, a gentle soul who fought for her beliefs. She would have made a fine scion. What is a scion but one who fights for our cause? Our hope survives thanks to her sacrifice. Let that be enough. Yet I cannot help but wonder, how came she to know of our presence here? From Resvilgir, I would wager. He will have felt my channeling of the Eye's power. It would seem they were able to make a peace with one another in the end. She gave her life because she believed in us. We owe it to her to see our mission through. See that dome-like structure further in? Let's make our way there. And now for the reason that I didn't decide to call it when we were in Matoya's cave. Look, an aetherite. Now we have unlocked the last zone.
Yay.
But yeah, this here is probably a good spot to call it for the night. All right, guys, I'm going to call it here, and I will be back tomorrow, and we will finish up Final Fantasy V. Until then, I want to thank y'all for joining me. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll see y'all next time. Have a good night.